iPod and whatever Android machines you have, equipment you have, and it is fully fitted out. So you don't have to buy anything else except bring in your toothbrush, and you're on. Now the next project that we did, because so we're in the residential, we're in the office. This is the office for the middle income people, because we have an MRT, okay, and we have call centers. Now, we had a chance to buy in Ayala Avenue. There are not a lot of lots left on Ayala Avenue. This is one of the lots that was left. This was owned, I don't know if you remember, this was owned by Associated Bank before. This is beside, it is in between the KPMG right now, KPMG building, and the Madrigal buildings. So what we did was we bought it, and in a year's time, by the end of this year, it's going to look like that building. Our designers are Wong and Ouyang of Hong Kong, the designers of Pacific Place in Hong Kong. So they've designed all our buildings that way. It's going to be an icon on Ayala Avenue. It's going to be the prettiest building on Ayala Avenue. And we're going to finish it this year. We are offering the lower two floors. We're now on the 25th floor. And we're going to finish it this year. The first two floors would be sold to a bank. The top three floors, which is 32, 33, and 34, would be sold to a Middle Eastern embassy. They're interested in that. So if you guys are interested, let us know, because all the other spaces will be leased out. We have a food court on the 4th floor, which is going to be run by Raintree, who's running Discovery Suites and all these things. So we have everything covered. And all of these projects, remember, will be finished by the end of this year. So we're doing a lot of things. It's very exciting. But as we said, we cannot stop here. We're looking at Makati, we're looking at the office, residential, and mall. But we said, let's look at tourism, because we feel that the drivers of our economy right now would be what? Tourism, mining, and the BPO sector. So I said, our board decided, let's go to tourism. So, 2 years ago, we negotiated for the purchase of Balisin. This is the most exciting project that we have right now. And I'd like to concentrate, and please bear with me, because I'd like to tell you the story of Balisin. Balisin was owned by former DTI Undersecretary Ed Tordesillas. He had a resort. He had a resort there, and a lot of people would have seen it. Martin Picchu has been there before, PNP, and a lot of people have been there. The who's who of Manila society was there. And he had cabañas, and he had a clubhouse, but it really did not take off. Why? Because Ed, for all his glory and his vision, did not have the resources to do it. It's a big island. It's 500 hectares. So you have to have a very deep well in order to finish this project. So when Bobby Ongpin had a house there, and he loved going there. The only way to go there was by plane. Look at that, there's a runway there on the left side. Ed Tordesillas was a pilot. He had his own plane. And the only way to go to the island was through a plane. So everybody who went there rode in their own planes or helicopters. So we looked at it. Bobby said, let's buy it, because we want to develop. I said, okay. So I negotiated with Roque Tordesillas, the son of Ed. Ed has long passed away. And we negotiated and we agreed. That was 2 years ago. Now, look at the beach of Balisin. It is fantastic. It is beautiful. You will say, I'd like to go to Boracay. Go ahead, go to Boracay. But Boracay is what? an hour, 10 minutes away by plane. You have the same beach. We have 7.2 kilometers of pristine white sand. How can you beat that? And it's what? 25 minutes away from Manila. We have our own pier. We built our own pier to handle everything that we bring in. You know, it's an island. It was going to be a challenge to us, engineering-wise, ecologically-wise. So what did we do? We brought in our heavy equipment through RoRo or LCT. We bought several of these barges so that we can bring. We have a tie-up. We had a tie-up with XCMG, the biggest equipment manufacturer in China, so that we can get our equipment cheap. So when we came in, it was like that. We built our own pier. Then we started to build our airport, our airstrip. We had an airstrip. It was not too long. We wanted to extend it to 1,500 meters, 1.5 kilometers. Why? So that we can accommodate the bigger jets, the bigger ones. Right now, they say, and this is not coming from us, they say our airstrip is the best in the country. Better than, well, it's not a feat actually, better than the Ninoy Aquino International Airport airstrip. But ours, I can tell you, without bragging, or maybe bragging a little, but ours is 1,500 square meters. It can accept, it can accommodate an Airbus 318. In the island, in the airport itself, we have, this used to be the guest casitas of Edgar Disillas. We wanted to maintain the rustic, but it was too rustic already. It was too old. So it was not, could you call that rustic? Old one. So we transformed it into this one. This is the Balisin Village Villa. So what we did with Balisin is, the vision of Alphaland was to have six resorts in one island. So we have the Asian resorts. We have Phuket, Bali, and Balisin. All of those resorts are facing Lamon Bay, facing the Quezon side, because that's the one that has the beautiful beach. On the other side of the Pacific is the Pacific Ocean, so we don't have much of a beach. So we put there the European resorts, and we have the Mykonos, the Greek Mykonos. We have the Sardinia, the Italian Sardinia, and the third one is the French Saint-Tropez. So in 500 hectares, you could tour the whole world because you have a taste of each resort, of each country in the whole island. When you buy we're selling this, we're not selling real estate, we're just selling membership shares. This is not a timeshare, it is a proprietary share. But on top of the proprietary share, you're given 14 nights, 1-4, free every year for the member.